The loop is the lesson. Chosen one, if you find yourself wondering, why is this happening again? Why do I keep attracting the same experience in a different form? Why does this lesson still hurt, even though I know better? Then know this: you are not broken. You are in the cycle. The cycle is not a punishment. It is not the universe being cruel. It is the echo of a frequency you are still holding, consciously or unconsciously. Cycles repeat not to shame you, but to awaken you, to show you where your power still sleeps, to remind you that until you choose differently, the pattern will remain. Because the simulation doesn't reflect what you want, it reflects what you are aligned with. Please like, subscribe, and comment breaking cycles below, so we know you're here and connected to Source. The purpose of the pattern. Every cycle has a message, a frequency, a lesson embedded in its repetition. If you desire change, if you are calling in a new timeline, then understand, the old version of you cannot come with you. And so the universe will ask, have you truly changed? Have you truly integrated the lesson? Or are you simply aware of the pattern, while still choosing from the same vibration? This is the test, and it is a sacred one. The lesson will repeat until the energy is upgraded. The pattern will return until the decision is made from truth, not trauma. The test will arrive until your action matches your intention. You are not being punished. You are being asked to prove you're ready. Karmic echoes and spiritual contracts. Some cycles are deeper than this life. They are karmic echoes, unresolved choices from previous incarnations, lessons passed down from your ancestors, agreements your soul made before arrival. These cycles may appear as repeating relationship dynamics, financial instability, chronic health patterns, emotional suppression, betrayal, abandonment, shame, self-doubt, and self-sabotage. You carry more than you remember. But let this truth liberate you. You may not be responsible for the origin of the cycle, but you are now responsible for its completion. You are the chosen one, not because you're superior, but because you're the one who said yes to breaking the cycle in this lifetime. The universe sends tests, not just blessings. When you're calling in a new level, don't be surprised when you're met with an old test. The universe doesn't just bless you because you're ready. It checks your readiness. How? It sends a familiar situation to see if you'll choose differently. It brings an old emotion to see if you'll respond from a higher place. It gives you a chance to repeat, to see if you'll remember. These tests are not designed to trap you. They are invitations to transcend. Each test whispers, do you still want what you said you wanted? Or are you willing to settle for what you've always chosen? Only your action can answer that. Awareness without change is a loop. Many of you know the pattern. You can name it, you can explain it, you've even journaled about it, but still, you return. Why? Because awareness without aligned action is intellectual healing, not embodied transformation. You cannot just know the truth. You must live it. And this is where the test becomes sharp. You may see the red flag. You may feel the discomfort. You may know exactly how the situation will end. And still, you choose the old way. Not because you're weak, but because part of you still believes that comfort is safer than growth. The cycle remains until the body believes what the mind already knows. The cycle of self-sabotage. One of the most powerful and subtle cycles is self-sabotage. It shows up like this. You finally meet someone aligned, and you push them away. You receive abundance, and you spend it unconsciously. You gain momentum, and suddenly get sick, overwhelmed, or distracted. You get clarity, and then talk yourself out of it. Why? Because expansion is terrifying when your nervous system is still coded to survive. To break the cycle, you must rewire safety. You must tell your body it is safe to be happy. It is safe to be loved. It is safe to succeed. It is safe to no longer suffer. Until then, you will unconsciously recreate pain, because pain is familiar, and the familiar, even when painful, feels safer than the unknown. Lower vibration. Choices with higher vibration knowledge. Here is the paradox. You know what's right. You know what's aligned. You know what the decision should be. And yet, you choose the old story. Why? Because knowledge is not enough. You can read every book. You can hear every channeled message. You can sit in every ceremony. But until you choose differently in the moment of pressure, you are not free. Knowing the door exists is not the same as walking through it. Seeing the pattern is not the same as shattering it. You must become the one who acts from the vibration you desire, not the one who reacts from the pain you remember. Breaking the cycle requires conscious discomfort. Let this be known. Breaking the cycle is not easy. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. It's awkward. It triggers the part of you that wants to please others, play small, or stay hidden. But every time you choose differently, every time you make the decision your old self would have feared, you collapse the timeline of suffering. Yes, it may feel hard in the moment, but that one choice, that one aligned action, becomes a declaration. I am no longer available for this loop. I have learned. I am complete, and I choose truth. This is how you end a cycle, with a choice made from your future, not your past. Integration is the final gate. It is not enough to just break the cycle once. You must integrate the new frequency. You must become the person who lives in alignment with what they learned. Integration looks like saying no when you used to say yes, pausing before reacting, breathing through triggers, choosing peace over chaos, choosing solitude over codependency, choosing long-term growth over short-term relief. The universe watches what you do after the breakthrough, because maintenance of your new frequency is what cements the new timeline. You are the cycle breaker. Chosen one, you came here to interrupt ancient patterns, to stop what has been looping through lifetimes, to say, this ends with me. You may not be thanked. You may not be understood. You may not be supported, but you will be free. And that freedom, it ripples through your bloodline. It echoes across dimensions. It shifts the field for generations to come. Your healing is not selfish. It is revolutionary. When cycles are not yours, inherited loops and soul imprints. Chosen one. Not every cycle you find yourself in originated with you. Some loops are inherited, passed down through ancestral trauma, echoes from your bloodline's pain, vows spoken long before your birth, contracts etched into your DNA before you took your first breath. These are the invisible agreements. To stay small so others feel comfortable. To struggle so no one surpasses their lineage. To carry shame, guilt, or scarcity as a form of loyalty. to suffer in silence, because that's how it's always been. These inherited loops are especially deceptive because they feel familiar, they feel normal, they feel like home. But they are not you. They are simply patterns waiting to be witnessed, questioned, and released. Ask yourself, does this pattern actually belong to me? Or did I absorb this through lineage, environment, or soul agreement? When you realize that a cycle did not originate with you, you are no longer bound to carry it. You are being called to become the breaker, not the bearer, the liberator, not the replicator. And it may feel heavy at first, but remember, you were chosen to end what others were too weary to face. And by ending it, you don't just free yourself, you heal 7 generations behind you and 7 ahead. That is the power of a conscious soul. The sacred pause between cycles. What most forget is that between every cycle there is a pause, a gap, a stillness, a sacred void. This space often feels confusing, like nothing is happening, like you've outgrown the old timeline, but the new one hasn't arrived. This is not a mistake. This is the integration zone. It is in the pause that the new code embeds. It is in the stillness that your nervous system stabilizes. It is in the silence that your next aligned opportunity begins to form. Most rush through this pause. They panic in the quiet. They chase something familiar just to escape the discomfort of the in-between. But this is where mastery is built. Can you sit in the void? Can you resist the urge to repeat? Can you hold the new vibration without proof, trusting that the outer world will catch up? This is one of the final initiations before a breakthrough. To remain calm when nothing is happening, because you know something is forming. You are not being delayed. You are being reset. The sacred pause is not a void dash. It is a womb. You are the proof that cycles can end. You, Divine One, are the proof that it is possible, that patterns don't define people, that karmic wounds don't have the final word, that awareness, choice, and frequency can rewrite fate. This extra chapter is your reminder that not all loops are yours, but you can still end them. The pause between chapters is holy, not empty. Every time you say, "Not this time," the spiral begins to unwind. You are the code breaker, the mirror resetter, the one who chooses truth over repetition. The ones who come after you will not have to walk the same path, because you remembered, and that memory has ended the cycle. Final transmission. The door opens when you choose it. This message is your confirmation. You are not crazy. You are not weak. You are not stuck. You are in a sacred cycle, one that is offering you a choice. Will you repeat, or will you rise? Will you stay where it's safe and familiar? Or will you walk into the unknown, where your future self is waiting? No one else can choose for you. No one else can pass the test on your behalf. You are being asked to choose from truth, to act from alignment, not fear, to move with the vibration of your desired reality, not your past survival. And the moment you do, the cycle ends. The universe shifts, the mirror changes, the door opens, and you finally walk free. Please be sure to comment below, like and subscribe to stay aligned and connected to Source.